Welcome to the In the Trenches podcast. Whew. Well, amidst total world chaos, we thought we'd bring a little bit of humorous chaos, at least, to you. We have the Soap Girls on today's episode. Millie and me, we had them on before, but everything they did this time just leveled up. Vic and I were like sitting back with our eyes open, stories, the truth, wildness. So just keep watching. You're going to enjoy this podcast. Thanks for subscribing. And what can I say? Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the podcast. Here come the Soap Girls.
In the Trenches with Ryan Roxie.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of In the Trenches with Ryan Roxie. I am your host. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, wherever Vic is putting it at. There you go. It helps us with the algorithm, and you can get all your notifications for all upcoming episodes of In the Trenches podcast. But guess what? You do not want to miss any other episode besides this one, because today, if you've been following us for a while, you'll remember these two from one of the most memorable episodes we've ever done. It's the Soap Girls. Yep, the lovable sisters, the Soap Girls from South Africa. They are back louder than ever and currently on their U.S. Wild at Heart tour amid world chaos. And we're diving in on everything from riotous stages to global viewpoints. Again, let's go. Welcome into the trenches, Millie and me, the Soap Girls.
Hey, what's up?
Now, did I finally get the names right? Millie, me?
No,
You messed up.
No, you did.
No, you got it right.
did.
You got it right.
Dude.
I'm messing with you.
Yeah, you did.
I've been trying. Is that an Afrikaans? Did I say it with an Afrikaans sort of twist with my voice? Or how would you say it in Afrikaans?
You're so lucky that we didn't make you say our names, because our names are actually French. So the full name is Camille.
And mine is Noemi, but Millie me is easier.
Much easier. But you could also go Afrikaans if you wanted.
And say Millie and me.
But I didn't.
Millie, me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, welcome back. I appreciate you guys coming, taking some time out of your busy schedule. You are diving right into it. The main event. You're halfway through the Wild at Heart USA tour.
Oh no, we wasn't even started, man. This is just the beginning,
yeah,
man.
We still.
Holy crap! It never really ends and it never really begins. You guys, as far as I remember, you're always on the road.
Pretty much,
yeah.
Same with you. I mean, we're ending the tour at the end of November, I think maybe December. So this is going to be one hell of a crazy year.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, do you already are you compiling like little nuggets of wild ass antics and stories that have happened so far on the road? I've already seen one bathroom post that was quite, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite bus stop cleanliness bathroom, but yeah, I'm sure you have stories already piling up.
Yeah,
do you?
You don't even
already,
want to know.
Straight off the bat.
Okay,
straight off the bat, this tour has been the most, I think, chaotic Spinal Tap.
You know, Spinal Tap. Literally, the tour is Spinal Tap.
The tour
right
is
now.
Fucking Spinal Tap.
So, for instance, we started the tour complete calamity.
The booking agency, they only gave us the dates 12 days before we left out on tour.
So we had to find a drummer super last minute. We could barely get visas to get in. I mean, last year we had a whole tour canceled.
That was such a big fuck up.
So when we got in, we were kind of shocked.
We're like, okay,
whoa,
we're here.
Oh shit. So we had to find a drummer last minute, but then
the guy that we did have with us,
the way that we tour is very rough,
and I think he was too big for us.
He couldn't handle the roughness. I mean, we don't stop at restaurants and have sit down dinners. We don't have candles and masseuses. So I think that freaked him out.
So he wasn't.
The way that we tour, it's rough.
It's rough.
Oh,
and
we're gonna get into the way you guys tour, but basically you're already mirroring the Spinal Tap script. So you've already been through a drummer
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
On
Well,
his
listen to
tour.
what happened. So we go to Alabama. We're doing a gig,
And
and
then
just shit wasn't working out. So
with this guy, like he wasn't happy. Like you could tell that it just was
it
not
was
a good
not-
fit. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
so our manager was watching the show, and she was like, "That's it, it's done." And then this one of the support bands was a drummer, and he was like extraordinary
Really good.
and really nice. And
And then
so,
she says she comes
she
up
comes-
to him and she says, I wish that you would be our drummer.
and he's like,
Okay, I'll come with y'all.
and so then we got a drummer that very night.
Yeah.
And then we were like, "Oh shit, we haven't."
That's even better than Spinal Tap.
So
I mean,
he drove from Alabama
To North Carolina.
No, South Carolina.
Sorry. And we were in a hotel room. He puts like pillows down and he's hitting pillows.
So we're playing unplugged
with our electrical guitars.
like trying to make it work. And then we have a show that fucking night.
Yes.
So you headhunted the drummer on the second gig, basically from the rock club that you were playing the night before.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, it wasn't
No,
the second gig of the tour.
So we'd done 10 shows with this other guy.
and it just
Okay.
it was
No,
not it was not
wasn't-
happening.
No, it wasn't happening.
no.
So yeah, we had to say goodbye.
And then but like along the way also we ended up staying in a dog kennel.
Yeah, we
as well.
stayed at a dog kennel.
In
We were
Austin,
laughing
Texas.
because that guy, that drummer, whatever, we made sure he had his hotel and everything, and we're still laughing because somehow
his room
hotel-
smelled like cat
cat
piss. Like a cat did a number on that
Yeah,
room.
so like, and
So
then-
so you're saying that the dog kennel was better accommodations than the
no,
Motel
no,
6.
no.
that cat piss started smelling real good when we were in that
Like
dog
we
kennel.
were wishing that we could be in there. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
disgusting.
Out of lick to cat.
Oh, gross.
rather than another time. Yeah.
But we stayed at some dubious places. I mean, the one hotel we stayed at, I'm sure someone died.
Yeah.
There was blood stains all over the floor. We took photos. We were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I love it though. Every place you go is so messed up and unique. I love it.
You never know what kind of shit
We've
stains
blocked
you'll
up.
find.
We've blocked up toilets. My sister had to become a plumber on one of the nights. It was pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, you guys are touring basically where all true crime is filmed. All the true crime episodes, all the unsolved murder episodes that you know that pretty much everybody watches. That's all you're in that neck of the woods in your tour
Yeah,
schedule. Maybe that's how you did it.
It makes sense why they never catch the people because everyone's DNA is the same, right?
And there's a lot of
Oh.
DNA everywhere.
Well, okay, now then we're gonna tell you about the drama. We've nicknamed him Alabama.
Yeah.
So
He's super talented, very sweet.
he's so awesome, and I love his accent and his voice, just so cool. And he's got the nicest manners I've ever met in anyone.
So when we were in South Carolina, so obviously he's like a Southern boy or whatever, like rough and tumble. And we're like, dude, we need to give you like a little bit of a makeover, like soap girl makeover.
No, it was his idea. He was like, I want to do something different with my hair.
And then so
Shame.
he had like the sideburns coming down to his neck beard kind of thing.
So we were like, let's do it.
You
and then-
braid them. You should have braid them and maybe
No,
make some.
we
headdress.
rock sided his hair
yeah, we
and
bleached
shaved
his
him.
hair, shaved him, like
Instead of
then-
a headdress, you could make a beard dress. I don't know. Is there a way
I
to
think
do
he
it?
was
I don't know.
shocked. Initially, he was like, "Oh
okay.
my!"
When he saw his hair, he
God.
was like, I
Oh
mean,
my
if y'all
God.
like this, that's okay. Okay.
But then,
Well, I mean-
then we saw his nails, and we were like,
He took
"Bruh,"
off his shoes and we were like, what the fuck is that?
and we were like, "Now this is crazy," and we were
Even
like,
his friend was like, damn, those are some tree climbers.
and that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. But we're laughing. He's
So we-
really cool.
We did his feet, did his hair.
Next to his nails. No,
Yeah.
but I think he's gonna end up crazy by the end of this tour.
Yeah.
It's-
Also, we tried to get him to turn vegetarian. Don't think it's gonna happen.
yeah.
Well, you got sweet homie Alabama on drums. That's great.
Yeah.
And the best part of it is you at least made it through customs. How did you guys declare yourselves? Did you guys just say we're two South African farmers? How did you get in so easily?
So we had to hire an immigration lawyer,
Yeah,
actually.
it's
Yeah.
just-
Had to hire an immigration lawyer to like clear up whatever.
like
The
incidents
mess
happened
last
last year, and
And then obviously every time now when you come into America, we have to explain the
yeah,
situation.
you have to hand yourself in and like
Yeah.
explain.
So
No.
yeah.
When the Soap Girls come into any country, whether it's Europe or whether it's any of the countries in Europe or it's the US, do you bring the circus to town? Basically, do you bring all your headgear? Do you bring
Yeah.
all your outfits, or is that something that you sort of compile along the way, and what does it all fit into? Does it fit into a trunk? Does it fit into a duffel bag?
You fucking saw how we travel, you'd laugh your ass
Your
off.
brain would blow. So
you know when you arrive at a hotel, they give
Explain
you
to
those
me.
trolleys.
we
give
pop
you
the tire in every single fucking trolley
because
that
it's
we
so
use.
packed with so many bags. I don't know what
You see the
fuck we're
tires
doing.
go down and
Just
deflate.
and we like trying to roll this like thing into the hotel.
It's terrible. I mean, we're touring for like 8-9 months, so you gotta have like your stuff.
But everything, all the clothing that we make beforehand, and we sew it ourselves. But obviously, along the way or whatever, then we'll be like, oh, that's cool. Let's make this if we have a day off, and then I'll sew something by hand.
Yeah.
But that also doesn't always work out very well.
Many times we've been on stage and her outfits like
fall
break.
apart. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Self-destruct.
Yeah.
Is it now? Is the whole gamut of clothing, is it sort of half baggage and half department store bags, or is it more percentage department store bags? I'm
It's
getting
we
hangers, random hangers.
It's like massive backpacks
like
filled with
this
stuff like
shit. Yeah.
20 backpacks.
Kind of.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, you can stuff it all in backpacks, and I'm sure it leads to really easy organization. Look, there it is. That should be SoapGirls merch right there.
It is.
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
There it is. Sorry, I love the way we're just pumping the merch right now with the SoapGirls. Can you buy any of that merch right now out on the road on the Wild at Heart tour?
Hell yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
There's even some items that are like they'll only be available when you come to a show. Yeah.
Oh my God, by the way, you know, people always say sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and until you want to hear the lamest thing ever. Okay, so we don't do drugs. But I like psychedelic things. But
so this was in New Orleans, and we had a day off before the show.
And then people give us gifts at all the shows, which it's so fucking sweet. But someone made a big mistake.
They gave us weed gummies.
And
Oof, 5 milligram, 10 milligram,
25 milligrams each.
We don't do that. Stuff. And we were so stupid. If someone told us that it's not strong,
they said, "Oh, it'll just relax you."
So we were like,
"Okay,
fuck yeah, man, New Orleans, like let's get some fucking cool magic."
And then we're like,
man.
and then we can go out and like see what it's like out on the streets and stuff.
We were actually live streaming at the time, and I thought I was shackled and having a heart attack. It was terrible.
I felt like I was getting resuscitated every few seconds. Because I closed my eyes and my head was like spinning, and then my neck would like snap like that, and then I'd be like that every few seconds. And
but that really honestly sounds like New Orleans, if you ask me. That just sounds like a typical night out in New Orleans. So you basically
no, we were in the hotel room. Thank God, we would have been arrested. I was gonna hand myself in to the police and say, "Help me!"
Honestly, I could.
So you couldn't even leave the hotel room.
I couldn't walk. Our manager was trying to get me to hula hoop on a stream. I couldn't walk. I couldn't lift my legs.
And then also, like, this is what I was seeing. I swear to God, this is what I saw. I was in a hospital bed, all these doctors in white coats, they were resuscitating me, and I heard them saying, "Sorry, we're gonna have to switch off her life support machines. She's seen too much of the real world. We can't put her back in. She's done." And I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And I was trying to say, no, I'm fine. I promise I won't tell anything that I've seen. I was trying to say, but nothing was coming out of my mouth. And then I was getting resuscitated, and then back to the hotel room. It was the scariest fucking experience.
So, Soap Girl fans and anybody going to a Soap Girl concert on the following dates, please refrain from 25-gram gummies. Soap Girls do appreciate gifts, just not that high of a dose.
Delta 9.
No, and then my sister. Okay, so people told us we don't ever get to do touristy things, but it's New Orleans.
Everyone's fucking telling us about these beignets at Cafe du Monde
and the iced coffee. So I'm like, awesome. We now bear in mind, okay, we only have stage shoes and stiletto boots.
So we're like, fuck it. It's like someone's like, "Oh, you just go up the street and turn left. It's right there." And we're like, "Okay, well then we can wear these boots."
Awesome. Yeah. So we started walking. Okay.
Start walking maybe 30 minutes in. Then we're like, maybe this does
not feel right.
Close.
So I'm
this
just walking.
idiot is the only one with data on her phone.
Okay.
And she's got Google Maps open. And then it takes us, it's like, in 300 meters, take a left. You have arrived at your destination. So it's a train track.
Yeah.
And it's dodgy. So I'm like, "Can I just see the map?" I was like, "Are you sure we're going the right way?" She looks at me. She's like, I don't know how to read maps.
Well, I thought you knew what you were doing. I didn't know. I thought you had it on your own phone
No.
or whatever. So we're getting lost. Now, the difference between us is this. I'm like, you know what? You're never really lost. It's just a different path life is taking you
And
on.
she's like, let
Go
the wind
there.
take us. Let us get lost. I'm like, I don't want to
She's
fucking
like,
be lost.
she's like, I swear to God, I'm going to the hotel now. I don't care what I'm gonna do. I don't want those donuts. And I'm like, we're gonna get a
because
fucking
it's
donut.
hot, it's humid. We're wearing these fucking high heel boots that are getting ground down.
It looked like we had peg legs.
Yeah.
It was just
You
like
could
literal
hear-
steel.
You could just hear
You end up,
walking.
don't you, Millie? You end up pretty much barefoot at every live show at the end of the show anyway. So why
It was
didn't you?
too hot. Dude,
The floor was scorching.
I would
yeah.
have done it, but we had blisters.
I've got blisters on my feet.
Literally, we got the donuts though eventually, and then Sam, our manager, never wears shoes, but venues and places go apeshit. Hotels, so she paints shoes on.
Like, you know, the thong part? Like, look, like this. These are her shoes.
It looks like.
But then people are so dumb. They look at that and they're like, oh, she's wearing shoes. You can come in. That's how dumb people are.
That's smart. Next step is a tattoo, and then you have permanent shoes,
There you
permanent
go.
thongs.
She says, but what if I want to change the design?
But anyway, New Orleans is so freaking cool. We were so happy, and even though it was a crazy, come on, it was fun getting lost.
Yeah, it was great.
Shut up, man. Come on.
SoapGirls Part 2. I should have just said, just tell us like the first week about on the road, and that would be enough for an episode. I mean, we're not even halfway through the U.S. tour, and you guys are chock full of experience after experience.
Somebody gave us, because we're vegetarian,
God.
okay? So it's difficult in America to find, especially at like gas stations, vegetarian food, unless you like big fat pickles that give you diarrhea. But
That's just you, dude.
No.
Also, that sounded really dodgy.
No, pickles.
Yeah, but how you just described it, a big fat pickle.
Because they're
Big
giant.
fat pickle to give you diarrhea.
Put a really bad image
No,
in my
because
head.
in America they're
Man,
giant pickles.
I'm sorry, my mind's fucked up. You just put something.
Isn't it
really
called Hot Mama or something? Or Big Papa? I don't know. Big Papa.
Yeah, whatever. Sorry.
I'm just making. I don't know.
That's weird.
So
Have you tried it? If you tried the big fat pickle, I'm sorry, I'm going to get to the vegetarian story, but have you tried the boiled peanuts down there in the South yet? That's another sort of thing that probably gives you diarrhea.
Yeah.
But it's boiled peanuts, I guess, like spicy boiled peanuts. So someone tried to give you the pickle and you're not into it.
No. So that was like
She made that mistake.
I made that mistake once, and it was the hot one. And then someone said, "Oh, you got to drink the juice. It's good for you." So I drank all that juice. We did a show with a band. They weren't very nice. And then I remember the stage was like, it was a weird setup. Like, so the stage is here, and then you go through a door, and it's very thin wall, and then the bathroom's here. All you could hear in between their songs, because it was just silence in between their songs. All you could hear was
That's
someone
usually
going
her.
crazy and flushing the toilet like the whole
No,
time.
every time they were like doing like a crazy loud drum
All you
solo,
heard
she was
was,
like letting rip.
Yeah.
That's why, and that's maybe why they weren't so nice. They were.
Well, they were rude before, and then
Yeah.
like even worse afterwards. Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's a good question. Like, what do bands and club owners and I mean, like when the Soap Girls rock into a club, it's like, you know, either it's nothing what they expected, or it's even if they expected it, it's way more than over the top. How did the majority of bands accept you guys and club owners accept you guys in the places that you play?
For the most part, bands
people
are really
freaking
cool.
awesome. I mean, we played in Delaware not yesterday, the day before, and oh
And
my
the
god,
bands there,
support
like,
bands, the venue, like you can
so
tell when it's a
sweet, yeah.
professional setup. Like when you walk in, and like
and everyone's like, "Hey,
just
cool,
awesome,
welcome."
no
like,
prejudice, no bullshit. It's really cool. But then you get some people, I don't know,
Like
they
on
don't
social-
listen to your music. They look at you and kind of form some weird
Yeah.
opinion of you.
No, and
Like
then
in Austin, there was a venue that went around saying that we defecate on stage. Before I went on stage, I
She
did
just
piss
peed
in a
into a-
bucket because I didn't want to go through the crowd to go to the toilet. I'm so sorry.
and like the sound guy's face was like,
But it was a little bit of piss, man. I was gonna throw it out anyway. It wasn't a big deal.
and then also because
Was that one time, or was that just?
Just one time. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes we've had to do things, but
Millie does it all the time.
Yeah.
sometimes you have to pee in a cup,
come on, man. But I've never shit on stage. I've never done that.
and also because
Not yet.
because we have a song called "In My Skin," but it's a very specific message why I do this, and I take my top off with this song because I just want to highlight the hypocrisy
that the
of-
male drummer can be topless, she can't, and women are never allowed to be comfortable in their skin.
And if you do something as a woman, there always has to be some stupid justification why you're doing something, but they'll never ask a male band, oh, how come, like Red Hot Chili Peppers, why are you guys wearing socks on your socks? I mean, socks on your cocks.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That
but
would be
yeah,
different.
whatever.
But
yeah.
like as females in the industry, you always have to have a reason why you're doing something. You can
But-
never just be.
So that was one of the only times, like on the tour, like I mean, some bands are really just like cunty, but mostly people are really, really
But
nice.
this
It's very
venue,
annoying when it is a bad thing, but it's rare.
this venue, the next show that we played in Houston, they got a call from this venue saying that we shot on stage, and also I'm fully naked.
And they
on
were like,
stage.
"Watch out, these girls are fucked up."
Yeah.
And then the venue in Houston
They
were
were
like,
like, when we arrived,
and they were like, "Y'all are actually really fucking nice."
I don't know what they're talking about.
And
No,
that happens a lot. Like you'll get people spreading rumors about us, and then venues like, "You guys are like the nicest people we've ever met," and we're
we're
like,
like, okay, well, thanks. We didn't know what the problem was.
Yeah,
do
but they're
you have do you, this is might help out future club owners, do you have a bucket in your rider, or do you travel with your own bucket?
No, we just have a
we
cup.
use flasks,
You can
cups,
only
whatever's
fill a
backstage.
cup, like a plastic cup.
Because
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Oh.
sometimes you leave the green
Red Solo cup. Yeah.
like for
yeah.
instance, I just want to piss, but then I go through the crowd and then people want to talk. Now I'm not gonna not talk to people, but I'm gonna run late. I gotta glue my wig on, do all my shit. So I haven't got time to do that.
wig?
Shut up.
What the
So
fuck?
on stage, so
Yeah.
I can't afford to, and like before you go on stage, I gotta piss. So then I'm like, you know what?
It's
Gotta do
easier
what I
just
gotta
to
do.
do it in the green room.
Yeah. Once someone
True.
did actually drink our piss, they thought it was beer. That was in Germany.
Yeah.
We had a tour. It was last
Well,
year.
then in Germany, it's kind of like New Orleans.
No, the lady wasn't
listen to
happy.
this. So last year in Germany, we were stuck on the Autobahn, and a venue actually came
with the old VW
a Vox fucking,
Volkswagen Combi, I think you call it.
and
Yeah.
they towed our fucking van, which was way too heavy for
Our
us.
van was heavier than their VW.
And we almost died a few times,
So,
but we got
like,
to
driving.
the,
It took 9 hours to get there because I had to drive like 30 miles an hour.
and so people waited. It was past midnight. We arrived at the venue.
People were waiting at this venue all this time because we were like, we can't cancel the show.
But we arrived and we had to go straight onto the stage. But backstage, we quickly pissed. We each filled 4 pint glasses of piss.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get to stop and piss on the way. And then someone went backstage.
And they're like, oh, they didn't drink their drinks. And then someone said no, and it already touched her lips.
yeah, she went apeshit.
See, I think the same thing with being in your skin. Guys have it much easier in that sense too, because if they have to go, they just go out. They go quickly, open the door, go outside, pee on a wall, and it's the end of it. So
Also,
yeah.
you know,
I
was-
envy that.
I was
envy
speaking
that.
about this the other day. It's crazy how different the boys and girls are raised. Like boys are raised as like, oh, just get your tackle up, boy. It's fine. You can do what you want. Piss anywhere. It's fine. Grab what you got.
oh,
Yeah.
Vic,
And
stop
then
it.
a girl is always told, no, it's shameful. Hide yourself. Shameful. Hide yourself. And even guys now, when you go to in a male's toilet, the urinals, everything's open.
Also, do you want to know what happened in Alabama? So, okay.
Dude, I think the audience wants to just travel along with you guys. Well, this is
Please,
basically
stop
like being in your orbit for like, the next hour or so, so we're just with you. So we want to know everything that happens in a day in the life of the Soap Girls. I think we're getting it right here on In the Trenches.
So much fun. Like, we love it. And you know what it is? It's just that people are so uptight and they feel so, I don't know, I guess there's no place where people feel that they could be themselves without being judged. So at our shows, I guess people feel like, hey, man, they're freaks too. Hell yeah.
I'm a poo in my hand. Oh, no.
But like in Alabama,
You guys draw the line at that, I thought.
Yeah, no.
we go to Gigi
Such
Allen
girls, keep it
style.
clean.
But
Yeah.
so what happened in Alabama?
It's not a Gigi Allen show after all, folks.
I almost
Come
got
on, it's
pushed
the Soap Girls.
by something once to nearly go there, almost.
No, but we
Almost.
at the show in Alabama, there was a guy, and this doesn't really happen very often, but when it does happen, then it pisses
Usually
me off.
an idiot,
It's that you sometimes always get one idiot in the
a
crowd.
backward fool.
And then this guy, he was
Mm-hmm.
like standing in front of me because like the stage was low down and like you can stand like right there. This guy standing in front, and then
He's just being obscene.
He's busy going like this.
Ugh.
like that, and like pointing, gesticulating with his crotch or whatever, and that just pissed me off like twice. Okay,
They
fine.
never do it to me
But then
though,
you
because I
carry
love
on.
fights. Like I'm always the one who's like, "Come on, bitch!"
And
Yeah.
I
but
was,
they never go for me.
and this guy wasn't catching a hint. Like I had death in my eyes, like a death stare. I like wanted to kill this guy, and I was kicking at his crotch, like, and I kept going like this, like, and like twisting my hand, like, dude, I'm gonna fucking take your dick and twist it off. And then
Probably
this
would've
guy's
liked
like carrying on, and then the song finishes, and then I said to him, I was like, oh, that's cool, whatever, you want to make lewd gross gestures or whatever, you like to sexualize women's bodies, cool, bro, fucking cool. Here's a little souvenir for you. And then I reached down and I pulled out my tampon, hit him in the face with it, and said, there you go, motherfucker. And this guy was like,
There you go.
But then I also threatened him. I don't know what I said, but like I didn't really know what was going on.
she was
But
just angry.
I was just like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna take you in the pussy." Fuck your ass up. And I was like,
and I was even like, dude, you
I
don't even
threatened-
know who
I know.
you're angry
I think I
with.
shouted the wrong guy. I was like,
She
"I'm gonna
did.
drag you out by your cock hair, and fuck you up." I was like,
And
going
then
crazy.
this lady there, she was like, we're gonna take him outside and fuck him up.
And then-
And
Dude,
wrong guy.
if this doesn't sell people on a Soap Girls tour and a Soap Girls concert, if you're a concert promoter now, how do you not book this?
no,
Look
that,
at this.
but
That's
right-
not the tampon. Stop
No,
it.
no,
That's
we
not.
gotta
No,
tap
that
it.
would have
That
been.
Dude,
That
we
would have
gotta
been
tap
a
it.
heavy
That's-
month.
that's our
That
first
would have
ever.
been.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
wrong
was not
photo.
a good
That was
photo,
not
yeah.
a good photo. We actually got attacked. That was
Yeah,
back
yeah,
when
that-
we started touring, and
Yeah.
it was really horrible.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say, after shit like that, if people
That's like
fuck
a
with us,
crime
we will
scene.
get you back. So
Yeah.
that it was good. That guy got a shock, and perhaps he will not be such a sexist prick to the next
Yeah.
woman.
I hope not. And the thing is, unfortunate though, he probably took that tampon home as a souvenir.
No, he got shocked.
Yeah, he
Someone
was-
had to come and take it away or whatever. And then someone comes up to me afterwards and like, just be honest with me. Was that a real tampon? And I was like, obviously it was a fucking real tampon. What do I do? Walk around like with stuff in my underwear? Like, I was like, hey, you want a beer?
You're a magician.
Yeah.
Or a rabbit, or pull a rabbit out of my.
I just loved that I didn't know what was going on, and I was like, "I'm gonna drag you the fuck out." And then I was like,
No, but then I said to, because these guys are like, oh, that's so gross, you tampon. I was like, please, because guys are so funny, whatever. They'll like go down on someone, but then a little bit of period blood or whatever, then they're like, oh, it's like, oh, fuck off. And then this other guy, he says, oh, well, I've had my Red Wings before. I'm fine with it. And I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to put this as in the trenches after dark. This is going to be, what do you say, Vic? This might be in the trenches after dark, because because the last time we had you here, it was much more G-rated, and I'm glad because we're in road mode right now.
Oh, damn, we look fucked up there, man.
Look at
Damn.
the age of the innocent.
I look like-
Aw. But here's the thing. I get the mentality, because when you get on the road, there's a certain mentality that you get into, and now it's kind of like what you were just doing, Millie. Rah, rah,
Because you
get
don't
into
get
that.
sleep, you don't get food.
I mean, look, speaking of Gigi Allen, there's two incidents I have to talk about then. So it was years ago. It was on one of our first tours. I got a lot of rage. That's kind of why I drink, so that I'm not as crazy. Although a manager's like, I prefer you crazy. I don't want you to drink as much. So, which is actually worse, because then I get into fights and all crazy shit. But anyway, but only if it's merited. So we did a show, and the sound guy was paid by a support band
to fuck our sound up.
Yeah, he there was actually on CCTV footage the support band like putting water and beer all over our pedals and shit.
Yeah, they did
And
that.
So I was already pissed off, and the
Not
sound
right.
was
That's
fucking
not
up.
right at
So
all.
while we were singing, it's like, I'm a sweater, you
Like every second word was cut off.
So I just said to the guy, I was trying to be nice. I was like, look, yeah, I get it. Like, I don't know what's going on here, but you know,
We need to just maybe fix the sound.
be a bit professional. Can you like sort the sound out? And he didn't. And then I eventually started just headbanging and my face into the floor until blood came out. And then I said, next up, because everyone wants to be on stand, I'm gonna take this mic and shove it up my ass. And if you don't like get the sound right, there's gonna be crap everywhere. And I put the mic by my ass. When not full in, I don't do that kind of shit, but it went there. And
Can I ask one question? We'll just quickly. SM57 or SM58?
That was a small mic, thank God. I don't know which.
Okay,
one.
SM57. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. It was like, yeah.
It was one of his
Hey, you
mics
might
too.
get sponsored now.
Hey, fuck it. But at least the sound came right. It was fucking phenomenal.
It sounded good.
Fucking great.
Yeah, the sound. He quickly fixed it because he didn't want no shit
He
on
didn't
his
want a
stage.
Gigi Allen type of moment, so he fixed the sound. And then our manager also, speaking of shit, but the venue shouldn't have known about this, but a few years ago, I'm sure you might have,
yeah,
you might have played the show in. Have you ever been to Backstage in Munich?
It sounds familiar. Club. Like
Yeah.
Dirty Rock Club.
No,
Quite
it's big.
And there's like 2 rooms, like big
Massive.
stage and then another stage.
Okay, then I haven't. I'm sorry, but it sounds like a cool rock
We should
club.
go there.
Cool, it's a very good venue.
But anyway,
Well,
so we
maybe not after this story though.
we got banned
We
for
got
3
banned
years.
for 3 years from this venue because we played with a band that they were like a cock rock band.
And they hated us.
They hated us. They wanted to be the headline, so they locked us backstage. And the only way to get back out was through the stage
while they were playing.
And we needed the toilet. And they were like, "Oh, well, we are actually punk rock, and you're not."
And they had all these like neo-Nazi supporters there, like threatening us. So we're like, oh, okay, cool,
it's
cool,
like, like, you know, in the movie White Chicks, oh,
you want to talk about mothers?
Yeah.
We're like,
Okay, we're gonna do that now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm like,
So he took a piss in the bin.
I was desperate.
I took a piss in the pint glass, and then our manager was like, "Let's do this." She took the band guy's mug.
The lead singer's mug.
This is pretty gross, though. And
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my whole life.
She shat
It's about as punk rock as you can get, if you ask me.
Shit's in his mug.
Whoa.
And then she put it by the
management did.
Yeah. Then she put it by the vegetarian meatloaf.
I have never seen anything more disgusting. I was throwing up when they opened the door after their set.
They were all white faced
and throwing up on the
Sam
floor.
was laughing. Sam thought it was hysterical.
They went ape shit, and then their supporters tried to fight. So during the show, I had to break a bottle and jump off and like get into a thing with this dude. It was terrible.
You guys missed the boat. It could have been 2 soap girls, 1 mug.
No, I'm not. No. But we got fun. We played there again this year. They invited us back.
They lifted the band.
Lifted the
All right,
band.
no, thank God the ban is over. But you know what? All these things would have been great because I had a script, but obviously within 2 minutes of having you girls on, there's no script anymore. It just went in the window because now it's like it's full on road mode. There's a lot of road rage going on. It's good. The attitude is great.
You want to hear something else? You know, because of normally we work with our own session drummers and people that we work well with. So, the first show was such a fuck up on the show. We got one of the worst reviews of our lives. I wanted to hang myself because the guy fucked up every single fucking song.
The guy that we let go. Yeah.
This tour. Okay. So the tour didn't start off great. It didn't.
God no.
First show in, we got a bad review. It said, "Oh, it seems like they couldn't find their musical footing."
We have never had a review like that. We wanted to hang ourselves.
Yeah. That was
okay.
bad.
So you guys do pride yourself in putting on a great show. I know that.
And everything has to be tight.
Yeah.
Like
it's our whole lives.
Like when a show goes badly, like when a drummer or whatever fucks up, then I want to hang myself after. I can't even look at people.
So again, and then to take the risk to literally just swap a drummer
for Alabama.
Yeah.
Then this new guy, we didn't even practice with him, just in that hotel room.
And then we did the show, but it was crazy cool.
It was okay. And then the next show was not good.
I wanted to kill myself too.
Yeah,
and then the show in Delaware, North Carolina, awesome.
Yeah.
And then in Delaware, awesome too.
Because on one of the days off, we went to a studio and sat down and then rehearsed properly.
Okay, sometimes straight after the show, we'll drive and just go 10 hours to the next place, and you dead exhausted.
Well, that is something I wanted to ask you about because of the Spinal Tap rotating revolving door of a drummer. I've seen you play with different drummers, and when you go to Japan, when you go across Europe, what would it be easier to have a permanent drummer, or is that just never going to be part of the DNA makeup of SoapGirls?
So for me, I would love that. I think it would be cool if we had someone that we they knew everything and we just worked with them.
We did have a drummer once that we worked with for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, and that was really cool.
Then he had his own thing going on.
But then he wanted to go and join his own thing, which is fine. But I will say it is very, very it's not the nicest thing or whatever to have to keep teaching someone new like your material.
There is only one thing. So like in Japan, Junji is phenomenal. He is our favorite drummer of all time. He is one of the most badass people you'll ever meet. So we would never like, he will always be our Japanese drummer.
Yeah, in Japan.
But also I was gonna say,
like, we would bring him out to America, but he's too expensive.
yeah, man, he's like a rock star.
Yeah.
So but what was I gonna say?
Maybe one day.
The only thing about having a permanent drummer, so we pride ourselves on having absolute humility and gratitude for, like, even no matter where we're playing, we're so thankful to be on stage. I don't give a fuck where it is, a dive bar, massive stage, whatever. And the thing that unfortunately happens with a lot of like people that we've worked with, they start getting very arrogant or big-headed, and it's not a nice thing when that happens.
Yeah.
And then that's really shitty.
And also one thing that
off.
I've noticed, so this and this happens a lot, it's because I think it only happens because we're two females and then we have like a male drummer. Then people will single out the drummer, and then they'll be like, oh, that's the best, that's the most talented person in the group,
even if it's someone who just joined us that day and they fucked up every song.
And you're just like, why would you go tell that to someone and then afterwards we have to tell them, no, you messed up,
you sucked ass,
like it wasn't good. And they say to us, oh, but everyone says I'm amazing. And then it's a fuck.
So
have you ever toyed with the idea of a female drummer?
Yeah, we have played with before.
Too,
yeah.
We don't mind. I mean, like, look, I think one day we will find someone that is the perfect like puzzle piece.
Yeah.
But we will always be
it
the
could
band.
be Alabama.
It could be Alabama. Let's fucking see how this goes.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we take it to Europe. We don't know. Let's check it out.
Sweet homie Alabama. That's what I'm calling him.
Fucks up. My favorite thing to say. I'm gonna put the fear of God in you, boy, with the belt. It's a running joke.
He might be used to hearing that, though. You never know.
Scared, but he's sweet. It's good.
Oh my God.
Scared.
So this segment never let the truth get in the way of a good story. We've talked about a lot of bodily functions so far within the episode, which
we are fine. I just want to put this out there. We're not assholes. We don't fuck up places. If there is, if there's a fight,
come on, it's not the official bucket.
I mean, the bucket in Austin, it was a shit bucket, man. God, the guy shouldn't have got precious about it.
It was literally this much piss in the bucket.
I don't want to talk about shit buckets. I just want to really quickly dispel a rumor about a blood bucket. And it is a UK interview. You talked about an infamous stage blood bucket moment. What really went down?
Oh God, that was terrible. So it was our first tour ever out of South Africa. And we were like really, really, really young. We were so naive. We still thought, oh my God, England is so nice.
Cool. Everyone's so
people
nice.
So lovely, so friendly. Oh my God.
And then so
we got invited to play a place in Hastings, and
it was a very far drive.
We were driving a really beat up car that kept breaking down, and I remember it was a Sunday. And when we got into the space,
then people were like, "Oh, why the fuck are you playing here on a Sunday?" Doing here?
And they were like really rude. There was no gear, nothing. And it was part of the deal that if we played, because we couldn't afford the gear, that the venue provided the backline at that point in our career.
Absolutely, yeah, that's standard.
There was fuck all, but the sound guy was rude.
He came out with a floor tom that was it was perforated, and you're like, okay, well, what are we gonna do with that?
And it was just a dodgy vibe from the get-go.
I remember somebody there. They're like, oh, SoapGirls, what kind of music is it? And then we're like, okay. I said to the sound guy, maybe could you I don't know, play like our album on the system. The guy looked at me like I'd asked him to
bomb his mom.
Yeah.
Like he was disgusted. He was like really rude.
I don't understand.
I don't know. There was obviously an issue.
Prejudice.
And it turns out the venue owner booked us to play because
he wanted to teach us a lesson.
He saw that we were making waves in the punk scene or whatever. We've never called ourselves punk.
But to him, he said that we are damaging to the feminist movement. So what he did was he
didn't like how we dressed.
He wasn't even there himself, never met us. He got his girlfriend and a friend or something to wait while we were on stage, came in through a back door, and they had buckets of, I don't know if it was this red
vinegar, there was
red liquid or whatever. And I remember looking down at my hands.
My hand just slipped, and
when I looked up, I was blind. Like this red shit all in my face, up my nose.
Where did it come from?
Thrown on
Where did they throw it on you?
They
straight
threw it at
into our
us.
faces,
Yeah.
all of our gear.
Yeah, everything. My pedals ruined. Everything ruined. Yeah.
And
Is
then
that from that infamous shot of that?
yeah,
Okay.
and then also what happened was
They threw it so hard. Even look on the drummer's face. He's way in the back. He's got some on his face.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? And like then the woman started taking the mics and punching me in the face with it. Our manager tried to stop her. She got kicked in the ribs by the crowd. And then the bodyguard, the bouncer, came out after. He said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. The cameras aren't working. I was in the toilet."
Yeah, right.
Wow. So that was just one of those early.
The nice guy came and he was like, "I'm so sorry," and he was like trying to help us wipe. You could see he was like, "I'm so sorry."
Like our microphones ruined. My pedal board fucked.
The liquid got into the circuit board of my fucking bass. That's how much liquid they gave us.
Yeah. Even my
buckets have seemed to play a very pivotal role in the SoapGirls' career, like good and bad, for good and for evil.
And we didn't name the venue. Also, what happened with before the incident? So the sound guy was throwing a tantrum. He left us. The loud music playing on the PA. We were standing on stage for like 40 minutes, and I made a tweet. I was like, "We don't know what to do. The sound guy's just fucked off, left us standing here. He left in a huge fit of rage. What are we supposed to do?" And then eventually they got him to come back in. And like just 3 songs in, that happened to us. And we tried to go on as much as we could, but then the vinegar, whatever it was, burnt her eyes, and she just
ouch.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that things have progressed now where you guys are playing.
Ryan, listen to this. They still carry on about it. So we were really upset. And the next day, Sam was like, "You know what? You're not gonna have a bad memory of this area." We wanted to go to the police, but they told us, "Don't. You're not from the UK." So we waited a few days. I wish we'd done it in that place. The place did get shut down because apparently they had a history of abuse. So a lot of people messaged us,
like females that have played there, and they said they got sexually assaulted
and bad things that happened. But the thing was, we said to people, "Why didn't you speak out?" And they said,
"Well, look what's happening to you."
So the owner, I never named the place or the people who did it.
He came out himself and said, "It was me that ordered the attack on them."
Whatever, and he was so proud. And every year he does like not a memorial, but he like laughs or whatever about it, and he still thinks it's like the best thing he's ever done. Like obviously got some major issues.
Just wait till one day the SoapGirls army sort of pays a visit to that.
No, we got invited to play back in Hastings at a really awesome venue.
And this was 5 years later. We got death threats. They said if you come into Hastings, you'll get stabbed.
So the venue eventually had to stop because of all the threats of violence. But what we did was we all took Brook Lax and we shit in packets, and we were ready for it. We were gonna drive in, and if people started shit, we were gonna like
throw shit at them.
We were ready, but then the venue was like, they can't guarantee our safety. Yeah.
Fucking
but
wild.
How fucked up is that they want us to have a good, to show people the truth, that there's nothing, like we should have had a good show there. I don't know what the problem was, but some people are not well.
Yeah.
I don't know why you don't call yourselves punk rock, because you say you never have. I think you guys are probably more punk rock than any
musically
band.
Not a genre that I would want to be put into. But unfortunately, I like the attitude
and the ethos, yes,
but not musically. I kind of hate it when people do, because then you go to places and they're like, "You're not punk rock," and I'm like, then I'm like, "You're damn fucking right. You never wanted to be."
No, because when I listen to your music, Millie and me, I think hooky songs.
Thank you.
Heavy riff guitars with memorable melodies. So for those of you that haven't listened to the SoapGirls albums and are just looking at the album covers that Vic's putting on, give them a spin right now. What would you say is your favorite platform for people to experience SoapGirls? Is it YouTube? Is it Spotify? Or is it live?
YouTube's good. Spotify's cool.
But live is the best.
Yeah. I mean, look, live, it's much heavier as well. The 5th album, I can't wait to release it. We just didn't have the money to like release the album, but yeah.
All right. Well,
imagine one of the pictures Vic puts up, it's not even us. And we're like, who the fuck is that? So excited. No.
Well, I mean, we're talking about old tours. We're talking about the current tour, Wild at Heart. I mean, what was that last tour called that you had all these stories with the Stabbies and Hastings? Was that called the Making Friends tours? Or what was that?
Well, cunt in the closet.
But you see, we were very naive. That was our first tour. So now when people come at us with bullshit, you want to fight, we'll bring a war. That's it.
There you go. Well, or at least packets of
shit.
Poo.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. If someone wants to treat you like shit, well, I'll bring it.
That's what you give them.
But
Shit
call it
bags.
no, you call it packet o poo.
Shit bags. They weren't
You
Ziploc.
better watch it. The merch stand might have a new item tonight, folks, at the Soap Girls. Let me ask you this: Wild at Heart tour. Where did the name come from, and how long do you think it's going to last on this tour? Because you said it's going all the way until November. Tell me about where you guys are, where you're headed, and what other countries get to experience Soap Girls.
Okay, well, first up, so like we said, we got our tour dates 12 days before we flew out, and we've got a weird situation with a booking agency. We've had to make our own plan. They left us in the lurch. So Sam is amazing, and she hooked up with a really other awesome group, and they are like, we headed to the West Coast. We can't fucking wait. We've never been, but we need help. We're trying to book as many shows as possible. It's very last minute, but we're going there. We're going to Arizona. We're going to Vegas, going to Portland, going to California. You know, we've been dying to go there for years.
Also because like visas are so expensive coming from South Africa, and even to get into America, everything that we had to get through to come here. So for us to have taken the tour that this booking agency gave us, it would have been like, what the hell?
We would have been like bankrupt. So anyway, we're going.
That's why we're just trying to take as many shows as we can.
We're going everywhere and anywhere we can. And then after the USA, we're going to the UK, then Europe, and then Japan and Taiwan.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, if someone wants to book after hearing this, and they go, hey, I want blood, guts, violence, mayhem, craziness at my club. No, and I'm not, and I'm sure it's going to be an entertaining night, no doubt about it. Because the end all is that it's a very entertaining night with good music. If someone says, I want that, I want those two in my place, what's the best way for them to get in touch, or someone that's watching is going, I know the perfect club for them, so they can tell you. Is it Soap Girls?
Our manager Sam at the soapgirlsmanagement@gmail.com.
Or if you message us through Instagram, then we can send you the email.
But also, honestly, it's so America or the USA and Japan. Like, I cannot explain the love that people have for rock and roll. It's so fucking indescribably awesome. We love being on the road. The energy from the shows, the people that we get to meet, holy shit. It doesn't matter how exhausted we feel. We love it.
And also,
it's insane. And the shows are just, it's always a blast. Like
who's that guy?
Who's that guy? We live for it, and I'm just
in Italy.
I'm just so like honored, like, and happy that people coming to the shows, like, just don't
that
shy.
wasn't in Italy.
I don't know. That was
outside.
We love it. There's no
Son tells me that you guys you're not the types that like finish a show and then just go straight into your dressing room and close the door and then you never come out.
Hang out,
we get straight off that fucking stage,
we take
and
pictures,
we chat.
we say,
we make people hula hoop, skip with us or whatever. We just have a good time. We love it
because we've come from so far, so like we're just grateful and happy to be able to.
It's not like we can just come to these places like every day. I wish we lived in the USA. Flip, I would never stop touring.
And also it's really sweet. Some people they
drive from like
really far, or like you get to hear like personal stories from people,
like they got through cancer listening to our music, and you're like, fuck, man.
Or they'll say like, I was going through a really tough time in my life, and I've discovered your live streams, and I love your music, and I listen to your music every day, and to see you live, it's so cool. Thank you so much.
So of course we're gonna stay, and even though we're dead tired, we're like, you know what, fuck it, let's do this.
You know what? I think let's start a campaign to keep the Soap Girls on the road in the US for as long as possible. And then after that, is there plans to go across to UK, Europe? Is there anything in the works there?
So the USA part of the tour ends in August. Like I think 3rd of August is the last show in America.
But we want to pack as many shows in as possible.
Yes. Right. And then after that, it's UK, then Europe, and then Japan, Taiwan.
Yeah.
Wow. Any dream venues that you guys feel like
Madison Square Garden, man.
There you go.
No, Punk Rock Bowling
we'd like to
would
play.
be pretty sick.
That would be so cool.
I don't know, like
what's that?
Like
Punk Rock Bowling,
or like Lollapalooza, shit like that. Like, I don't know, just the Whiskey a Go-Go. Hell yeah, fuck, it's legendary. I don't know. Look at for us, it blows our mind coming from like South Africa. Like, you don't get the venues like this.
Or
It's
even
crazy.
the culture of going out for live music.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
You guys want to play Viper Room?
Yeah, we'd love to.
All right, cool.
Oh my God, Sam.
It's
Whatever.
not.
It's not.
For the P1B, it's better.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes, for the P1B.
Because of the visa we have to like try get as many legendary venues in so that when we reapply next year,
Then
because next year we want to tour for 5 months straight out in the USA from like March or April.
All right. Just know that I'm not inclined to give any legal advice. I'm not a visa lawyer or anything like that, so I have no idea.
Yeah. But we're just so happy. Like we fucking love it. I never want the tour to end.
God damn. I'm telling you, I'm just gonna have to have. I know that you guys are so active on Instagram. Is that your favorite platform of choice to promote your stuff and keep in touch with the fans?
Yeah, I mean, we try to stream as much as possible. It's just
sometimes it's a little bit tricky. Also, like we have.
Well, yeah, YouTube too. You do live streams on YouTube all the time as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish. You know what I wish? I wish someone was following us around and filming everything so they could see how fucked up it is.
I mean, I can't even describe the shit that it goes down. Like I film a bit of it.
You kind of have in the entire episode. You've been describing a lot of shit.
It's not the tip of the iceberg. I mean, even like when we had to like let go of the one drummer, I wish someone had filmed it. It was the most awkward thing. It was like
coming to put a dog down.
No, because we were.
It was dramatic.
We were standing at the car. He's probably gonna watch this. It's so awkward, but I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
But anyway, so
Here we go.
We were standing at
full
the back.
screen, Vic. Full screen.
He didn't. Oh, great. The shame. Anyway, fucking. So
we didn't do anything. It wasn't working out.
It wasn't. He was miserable as fuck.
We drove for 16 hours. He didn't say one thing to us.
You could tell he was.
Because he wanted.
I think he was too big for it. He's done tours where he's like on tour buses and like he's played big places and like
he has personal luxury. He says that he normally has a personal masseuse.
So it wasn't working out. It was pretty funny, and now he's on the most like hardcore grunge tour of all time.
The best part of it was
careful, you're hardcore.
I had murder in my heart while I was driving.
Yeah,
he was taking a fucking thing.
Oh, and he's telling us all the laws we're breaking.
Law we are busy breaking while in America.
And same even.
And it's like kind of the point. Of course, we're going to break the fucking laws.
Breaking the law. Well, like, come on, man. But anyway, so then we're such dickheads. So I
love the ominous voice. That's the ominous voice of the foot flip flop, isn't it?
Listen to this.
Flip flop.
I'm very confrontational, but only when I need to be.
So
and she's the opposite.
I'm not me. When shit goes down, this is me. I'm an ostrich.
I'm like this.
Until someone pushes it too far, and then the tampon comes out. Yeah, don't forget that. There she is. Hello.
No, so Sam's like, I'll do the dirty work.
So we
we drove to the parking lot of the hotel he was at
because we put him in a separate hotel. Because we knew
I needed a space.
Needed space, yeah. And I think probably he also wanted his own space.
He needed space.
I was going to choke
okay, well, Sam, he's gonna watch this, so careful.
It just wasn't.
It wasn't working. But anyway, so we were the first two. We were standing outside by the van, and we were the first two you could see. And he comes up.
He's like, "Hey, what are you doing here today?"
And we were like, "The sun's in our eyes. We're gonna be in the van."
Awkward breakup. Awkward breakup.
Oh, the sun, man, is fucking breaking my eyes.
Let's go stand in the shade.
And then we're like, Sam.
I just went and said, "Listen, dude, you're too big. You're too fucking famous for us."
Yeah, this isn't
it's fine. Okay,
out. It's not fair.
But I wish that someone had filmed it. It was like a movie scene. It was so awkward. Like you
guys did the ultimate. You did it's me. It's me. It's not you.
Yeah.
It's us. It's not you.
I just want to say he's a no-name brand.
Wow.
That's all I've got to say.
Well, here's the thing.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
Plausibility deniable.
Fucking
you guys, I swear the choreography that you guys have is just being sisters, and I know that you guys have been doing it for so long. The reactions are literally like there's a glitch in the matrix. You both do the same thing at the same time.
But seriously, when he came out, he all happy. Hey, what are you guys doing?
Like,
Oh, the song. I felt like such a wanker.
Yeah,
I was just, it felt like a dog, like you're about to put it down. And it's like, hey, Fido, come get your biscuits. Go now.
Well, but all's well that ends well. You said he's on a great tour right now, and then you got Alabama.
No, shush. Shut
No,
up,
so
Sam.
basically-
Shut up.
No, he said one of the things that he says he plays 150 shows where he lives and he gets to sleep in his own bed.
So I think
So
he's
you
happy.
go.
with
I think
that.
he's happy. Yeah.
I
So
love
that
it.
works out.
I was doing wedding.
Sam, shut the
wedding
fuck up.
covers.
Yeah, anyway, whatever.
No, I
So,
think- well,
Sam,
no-
shut the fuck up. Okay, shut up. Shut the fuck up,
So
Sam.
let me ask you this.
Okay.
Hopefully, at the time of this airing, Alabama's not sitting somewhere going, "What the fuck's gonna happen to me?"
No, that's what he's worried about.
what he's
Do
worried
you know what he said to us in South Carolina?
He's
When-
like, I've never been in a hotel room before.
and if this is the last thing and you just leave me, this was worth it,
He's
man.
like, it's cool.
Because his band beat him up for leaving.
And they wanted to kill us. They're like, they fucking took out Rama.
And they were going mad at the
Yeah.
show. They beat him.
Yeah.
He got like a beat down.
Yeah, he had to get the people had to get pulled off of him. They fucking hated us. Yeah.
Really? Because you
Yeah.
headhunted him at the gig. Well, you needed a drummer. I mean,
Poached their
Drummer.
drummer.
it was a little poaching going on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, anyway.
Official apology from the Soap Girls right now. I love it. But right now, on a day like today, where does sweet homie Alabama stay on days like today?
Okay, so like what's it called?
So the
He's in a tent outside in the parking lot.
Yeah,
No, I'm
he's in
joking.
fact-
No.
Might be.
So he's in a nice hotel.
It's in a nice hotel.
Like,
yeah.
so we're gonna go meet up with him, and I'm gonna whip his ass at air hockey. That's the only time where I'm competitive, and I've told him that if he wins, that belt's coming out. We're gonna bond. I mean, you gotta have synergy on stage, and that's one thing we really love about it is that the vibe. That's one thing that we knew. Like, even though the first show was a bit hairy with them, and the second one, it's synergy. You know what it's like on stage. It doesn't matter if someone's being technically proficient. If they're a shitty person or you're not vibing, it sucks ass.
Either it vibes or it doesn't vibe.
Fucking tell me
you're right.
I fucking need it. So
And-
we're gonna
yeah.
go bond. And we're so happy to give him the opportunity
Because
like,
he doesn't come from much.
No,
Like,
and he
he's
comes
never
from a
been-
really rough place, but he's talented as fuck. He's really fucking nice.
and he's willing to work hard and he's
I
grateful.
respect the fuck out of that
Yeah.
because we know what it's like. We come from like nothing ourselves, and we just really want to like.
When someone is hungry, then they
We want to give them an opportunity that we
Yeah.
never got, and just like really fucking go. And we're excited, man.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of competitiveness, it doesn't seem like there's ever a lot of competitiveness between you two.
No,
Is that-
no.
Is that just because
mean,
it's
all the best.
always
There's no question.
No.
No, I'm joking.
No. Do you know what it
no,
is?
we respect each other so much. We are so different but so similar.
But even musically, like on stage, all that we both want is
No
just,
egos, just
a good show and for the songs to be served. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. There's no oh, this person's better than that or whatever. Only time I get pissed off if someone points out, let's say like the drummer or whatever, and be like, oh, the drummer needs more attention, and the shame they're so overlooked. People only take photos of you and
it's our band.
oh, that's the most talented person in the group. And it's like, well, you don't see behind the scenes that we have to sit
And
with
teach
someone
them.
and teach them every single
Yeah.
fucking drum part and go over and over and over and
we
over.
want to kill
and
ourselves
over.
sometimes for it. It's
Yes.
annoying.
Imagine every time you have to go over your own material and then it's like, oh,
just
Yeah.
look at the marquee. It says Soap Girls. It doesn't say Soap Girls and drummer.
There you
yeah.
go.
When someone is good and someone says that's a really good drummer,
Oh,
like,
you're damn right. We'll
damn
fucking
fucking
sing
straight.
it.
Of course.
Of
Yeah, you
course.
back it up.
Fucking up.
but if someone's fucking up and this is, then they're standing in front and going like this, like, oh, drummer.
I once did.
Tell Ryan
Like that's
you've
what they
done.
always do.
Tell him what you've
Then
done.
I'll say to them, hey dude, in the front here, keep going on about the drummer. Yes, he's cool in that. You can suck his cock after the show. Thank you.
The one oh god.
And there was a show that we did in
Europe
in,
last year.
Story time again. We're entering another story with the Soap Girls. I love it. What happened?
It was in Holland. This guy,
Do tell.
he walks in. We're busy playing, and these guys they do the same fucking.
You can
thing.
always tell.
It's like written off a script, like how to be a douchebag 101. So they walk in, they'll come to her side of the stage, they'll stand there like this, watching her hands like this when she's playing bass, like trying to intimidate you.
It doesn't really
okay,
work with me.
doesn't
though,
really
'cause
work. You just
I'll-
look like a dickhead, whatever.
I'm crazy
Then it
enough.
doesn't work with her. They come to my side, whatever. Same thing, doesn't work. And then the guy came to the front. He starts hitting my pedals and saying, "Hey, go tell the drummer he's great. Hey, drummer." And I'm like, dude, like, it's cool. Thank you so much. But we're playing the show. Just hold on and don't touch my stuff. Guy doesn't listen. So Sam comes around the side.
Grabs
She
him.
grabs him, takes him
The
around the
enforcer.
side.
Yeah.
And there's a camera there.
He's 6'4". She's 5'3".
No, fuck off. I'm 5'4".
She's 5'4" with shoes on.
Hey.
5'4".
When your hair's up.
She's 5'4".
Yeah.
If she was any taller, it'd be imagine how much more intimidating she
Oh
would
God,
be.
No,
no.
she's
Okay,
Mighty
no, no.
Mouse.
Mighty Mouse.
Sam's Mighty Mouse. So this guy,
You've got the enforcer already, and she's always in flip flops. Apparently,
Yeah.
flip flop.
So she
So-
takes this guy back.
And then all you see, like we saw the CCTV footage,
She
you see
jumps.
she somehow fucking hits him from above.
It's like the hand of God
He's
beating
6'4",
down on this
sorry.
guy.
He's 6'4", she's 5'3". She somehow hits him from above. I don't know how she did it. His drink went out of his hand, and then she hits him again, and then this guy starts running, and then she runs after him.
that would make sense. I mean, the people from Holland they are the tallest average height in the world. I think they're the tallest people in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On average.
That's a lot to hate.
Can we tell them
I'm
how
joking.
the guys tried to rob us in Holland handled it a few nights ago? Those guys, 3 cars were
Oh my God.
So
we saw
so we
it.
played the show, and
You
then
sure you don't want the enforcer just to come on in and be part of the?
Come on.
Just-
It
she's
was,
gonna get her.
it was in North Carolina.
Okay, so can
It
I
just
tell?
colour shows,
No,
huh?
I won't.
Yeah. Okay.
I will
he's
try.
pas
I will try
He's
to.
Parlement.
Okay.
There she is.
I
How
will-
you doing, darling? There's
I'm-
always room for 3. There
No,
you go. So what happened? What's this story? Where did this originate?
So I
This
look
crazy
North
stuff.
Carolina. I just
North
have
Carolina.
to say I look fucked. I am because I also do all the driving. So I'm
It's
very,
amazing.
very tired.
I was just gonna ask you who takes care of all the driving in the car.
Sam does.
And-
I'm coming now.
Every fucking.
I need to pee.
yeah,
I'm so sorry.
like
no
honey-
worries. Is there a bucket handy?
I'm gonna be in
Yeah.
the car. So anyway, we finished the show, and a very, very, very tall guy comes on over. I've already spotted his block tail exit
And he's
of
like-
the van with the car.
He comes and he's like,
So-
"Oh, hey, girls." He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, where you from?" And then we're like,
So-
"South Africa." And he got
yeah.
mad. He's like, "You ain't from South Africa. I'm from South Africa."
He says to me, "I want to." He says, "Give me a cigarette." I said to him, "Listen here, you cunt."
Say please.
Says,
And he was like, "Okay,
he
please."
said, "They're very big man." I'm like, "You say please, and I don't mind giving you one."
So
Anyway,
she gives
so
him a cigarette.
I heard him saying
Oh,
to
come
another
here.
guy, "Wait, no." What they were doing is they're saying they were the headliners. So straight away, I'm like, "Okay, you've blocked us with your car.
You want to try
You've got
jump
3
us?
other cars waiting on the opposite garage." So I looked at him and I said, "Listen here, you idiot." I said, "We're from South Africa, third world clever." I said, "You're not our first rodeo." I said, "You are first world stupid."
You should have
I-
said, "Don't
I
fuck
said-
with
no,
me, fellas.
I
This
did.
isn't my first rodeo."
I said to him,
I'm gonna
"You,
do
you
that
don't
now
want to
on
fuck
stage."
with us." Because I said,
No.
"I'm going to embarrass you." So it was so funny. And I said, "I could check your crew." And he's like, "Yeah, they're my crew." I said, "Well, tell those cunts to stay in their cars." I said, "But me and you, let's have a little chat here." So then next thing, he tried.
He's
he
trying to
dropped
get
it-
us to go to the
Yes,
car,
Yes, so he
like his
dropped,
car or whatever. But
No,
there's
this
like
was
3 other
Wait,
cars.
this part was so funny. When he realized we're not intimidated at all, he drops his pants and he says, "Well, I bet you all haven't seen a big black cock like this." I said, "Brother," I said, "I fucking pull my short now if I was you, because I'm going to take that black sausage and you're going to be choking on it." And he was like,
That sounds terrible.
"You're so
Sam.
like."
He quickly pulled his pants up. I hope.
I said to him, "We're not fucking around."
But you know what the funny thing is?
Carry on and you
Because
might find
we
out.
didn't
It
get
was
freaked
so
out, then
funny.
I think they were so taken aback,
Back,
and we
yeah.
ended up like just like we
No.
made them
We were
do
like, "Okay, we're
photos
gonna
with
do
them.
selfies now."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Exactly.
yeah, it was
It-
pretty
It
cool.
was so
All's
funny.
well that ends well in these.
I don't think the intention initially was that we were going to
Good.
be friends, but then we ended up being.
No, because I
weird
made
friends.
it was so funny.
That's
I
cool.
was like, "Yeah, we definitely want to have the people who are trying to rob us. We definitely want some selfies here. This is so fucking
No,
cool.
like you
It's
can.
very funny.
You can tell someone's intention if it's good or bad, and I think they initially had not
That
good
was a funny
intentions.
story.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was very
But
And
again,
that was one of the good shows. That was that one of the good shows? Was that-
oh God, girl, you should have moved your ass up.
Oh, I
You
did.
should have swapped faces with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's-
Sam has a way, like she could see someone having a meltdown, and then she'll just go up to them and be like, "Here's some water," and she chats, and wherever we
they
go, then
calm
like they
down.
calm down and
Yeah.
that.
So a lot of times they say Sam the man, but you go Sam the woman. Yeah, she's the enforcer, man. Sam the woman. I love. I just want to sit. I just want to travel for a day just to come up with good nicknames for everybody. I think Sweet Homie Alabama is going to be good.
Yeah.
Does he have a first name, or do you can't say it because he's witness protected?
Hey,
But we prefer. I just call him Alabama.
yeah.
I think Alabama's good. Yeah.
But when he fucked up the one show, I was like, "You Alabama this bitch," and then I think he was like,
And he was like, I shame my hometown. Fuck.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring that fucking belt out, yeah, boy." But yeah,
But it's understandable because he was thrown into the deep
like
end.
we did not have a rehearsal,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's all good. We're fucking excited.
Well, I'm telling you, folks, if you've been watching this episode of Soap Girls Part 2, the second time we've had them on, I feel like we have to have a third episode to see how everything ends up at
Oh
the
my
end of
God.
the year. On
Dude.
like when the Wild at Heart tour finally does wrap up. Let's do a Soap Girls wrap up, shall we?
Yeah.
Even from Japan, fuck yeah.
Ooh, yes,
And we
in
also
Japan.
have, Bobby the crazy roadie.
So
with
we've
us.
got a roadie.
What? Wait. Who's that? Is he on the road with you now?
Yeah, he joined
He's
us.
tiny.
He's tiny, and Sam and him keep fighting because he's
Sam
a
and him
control freak.
and then
and-
so he keeps like trying to micromanage everyone, and it's just like, oh my
No,
god.
even this morning, he woke me up at fucking 8 o'clock.
Sam
about
was
his
raging.
hotel room. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fuck you up. Just shut
Sam
up.
went to bed at 5 a.m. work
Okay.
after work.
And
She was
did
like,
he come
"Bye."
from South Africa, or did he come from
he's
you?
American.
You
joined us
picked him
7
up
years
on the
ago.
road as well.
No,
He joined us 7 years ago on a tour in Europe,
Yeah.
and like, my God, but Sam and Bobby keep it's
Butting
the
heads.
funniest thing.
Yeah.
No, he called her. She went to bed at 5 a.m. He called her at 8, and she's like, "Bobby, I will fucking kill you." And then I was even like, I was like this. That was my morning. I was
My
like,
favorite was that he did. So we did a show. We came into the hotel that we were staying at probably like 5 a.m. He comes into the room, switches on. Imagine it's total darkness. Then this blinding light at 8 a.m. He's like, "Hey, I got eggs for everyone."
and then we were
And
like,
Sam's
"Bobby, get the fuck out!" And then
Okay, do me a
was
favor
like-
then, guys.
it was like,
Show
"Sam,
me, send Vic some photos of the tour van, and I'm assuming it's a tour van or a tour car or a tour.
No,
It's not a private plane at this point. I don't
No,
think.
no,
But okay.
check the van.
Okay,
Every
I
time we
want to see
drop
a
out-
picture of it, and I want to see where everybody sits.
I'll
And
show
I
you
and,
how I
and
sit. This is me. Picture. This is
You're the
window.
dickhole. You get to sleep on a window. I don't even get a window, man. I'm in the
Imagine-
middle, like,
oh, you're
I'm
middle
on the
seat.
This is me on the seat by the
fucking hate
window
the
like
little
this.
seats.
All right.
Well, you still
That's
get to sleep, dickhead.
it's a
I
good
don't.
reenactment. But
Yeah.
you said Bobby, he's on the smaller side.
Sam calls him the midget.
A
Okay.
shame, man.
So where's his position? Does he get to
Next
sit?
to me because she said he talks too much, so she wants to sleep. So I have to have Bobby. Hey, look out the window. Hey, and then
And does Alabama just run beside the car, or how does Alabama?
Alabama's in the front because he's got longer
Oh.
legs. So
Yeah.
he's in the
Okay.
front with Sam.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
tall.
All right, we got to take a picture, Vic, so we can
Can I
show
say
people what it's like.
Can I say
Yeah.
something so funny? Alabama comes to me at the
Sorry, I
show,
got cold.
at the show 2 nights ago. And sorry, I look so fucked. I have had no sleep.
Oh, you're
in
not
many
wearing makeup.
days.
We at least have
No,
makeup on, Sam. You're
I
beautiful.
don't like makeup.
You girls all look beautiful. Stop it.
Thank you. Have you
so-
got glaucoma?
I'm
You're a
not
fucking
swollen.
liar.
Anyway,
No.
it was so funny because Alabama comes to me and says, ma'am, can I have a talk? I'm like, oh yeah, Alabama, let's go talk. And he walks in where he says, ma'am, do I have permission to knock his teeth out, Bobby's teeth out? He says, ma'am, I'm a Southern boy. I want to fuck him up, ma'am. I got to fuck him up. He says, please.
We might have to edit a little bit of this. I want harmony on the road. I want you guys to last. For
I think
the
there's
rest.
going to be a fight at some
So-
point.
so-
It's funny.
So I'm like, I just said to him, I said, Alabama,
No.
look at the size of you and look at that midget. I
Sam,
said,
you can't say that word, man.
he's a fucking midget.
No,
He's
No.
taller than Sam.
No,
He's taller than Sam.
No, he's fucking
He's this
not.
much taller than Sam.
He's like this.
It's I love it.
No,
you must
this
see
much.
the fights about
Now,
the
I
height.
say he should be doing midget wrestling, but let's
So
leave
should
it at
you.
that.
So should
Fuck
fucking
you.
you.
I'm a woman. He's supposed to be a man. He's fucking small.
What about small men out there? There's some short kings, Sam.
We might have to clip all of
Oh my
this
God,
in order to
that's
save the band. I
Yeah.
want the tour to go on. I don't
All
want
these
there to be
short guys.
mayhem.
I'm gonna hate you.
Yeah.
They
that's
can
Sam's
hate
opinion.
me. They already do it.
Do you know what it is? I think short people don't want to acknowledge that they're short.
Yeah.
That's
So when
you,
they
Sam.
see another short person, then it's like,
No,
That's not
no,
me.
no. Look
Yeah.
at it.
Okay. Okay.
It is a standing joke. We all laugh
Yeah.
about it, but yeah, it was so funny because I had to say to Alabama, I'm
Sam,
like,
get that fire
I
away
just
from
said-
me, you
I
fucking
just said,
idiot.
Alabama,
Sorry, I'm scared of fire. She's gotta light it. Get
I
away.
won't,
Get
I
away.
won't,
I know
won't.
what you're gonna do.
I'm
No,
not
stop it now.
today.
Fucking idiot.
What's going on now? Is there-
She was like fucking flicking
So
it around.
I said to Alabama, please don't. There'll be nothing left of him. Just
She's
Don't hit
getting
it.
riled up about. Yeah, don't let her get riled up about Bobby. We're going to change the subject now.
Bobby, because this is Bobby. Bobby's really sweet, but he's like, he's
so
OCD,
funny,
like
yeah.
OCD or whatever. And he's like, y'all didn't see.
you ever
Alabama?
seen, no,
Alabama's wearing the same shoes for 3 days. What the fuck?
and I'll be shut the fuck up. I
And
don't
then
say
care.
anything.
And,
It's rude.
then
Like a
all you'll go to is be like, he'll be like, Jake, doing laundry now. Jake, doing laundry now.
Apparently, Sam's been wearing the same flip flops now for 2 weeks since New
There we
Orleans,
go.
right?
Yeah.
I love that idea, though. I think I'm going to have to start doing that this summer and just
Because you
get-
know why? Because
Get a
I
henna
mean,
tattoo.
So I do all the driving, and then I've got these fucking. So Bobby
So
sleeps
Sam-
the
no.
whole way, wakes up out of nowhere,
Take a left turn. Take a left turn.
telling me how I need to drive, and it's like, dude,
You also
If
do
I can-
backseat driving.
no,
she
if,
does.
if
Because
I
she hits into trucks.
wait, no, if I can
She
have
hasn't.
a hand
But she nearly did.
that stretches to the back and choke the fuck out of them while I'm trying to do the driving, and I'm doing 16 hours. I'm fucking tired, and I've got flies in the back of my ear. It's like, shut the fuck up, you assholes. Get back to sleep, you know? And it is so.
I'm awake. I'm there in
Crazy.
solidarity. I stay awake through
no,
everything.
but the best part, this tour, we have bought a cooker.
Oh, and
So
then
we're in
it's
hotel
called what's it
rooms.
called?
Okay, so
Induction
wait,
stove.
There was a tour where we were living off a vegetarian Burger King, the Impossible Burger, and also pot noodles, but it's not healthy, obviously.
Yeah.
So we were like, you know what, we're gonna try be as healthy as we can.
So somebody really kind, Melinda, gave us an induction stove.
We bought
Thank
it.
you, Melinda. Yeah.
And anyway, so we bought that, and then we bought a pot. So we were cooking in the hotel room, but we didn't realize.
No,
See, in South Africa, you don't really get smoke or fire
It
alarms.
doesn't work. Yeah.
Oh, did they go off?
Well, no.
So we were
so-
fanning towels
pillows
out the window. We were like looking like a cult, like like going crazy in there. And you could see the neighbors, and that's all like, the fuck are y'all doing?
And then
Yeah.
also sneaking out, like we've got all these fucking bags, and I'm holding a pot on the stove, and I'm walking out the front like thank you, bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they didn't-
It probably fits right in with everything else in the van. That's why we have to see a picture of the van at one point.
Grunge as fuck. I
Yeah.
mean, it's crazy. We've
love it.
tried not to like go crazy. Like normally,
just think, you know the show Hoarders.
Oh yeah.
bad right now.
Okay, so think
It
Hoarders.
hasn't gotten that bad yet, but give it a few weeks. Give it a few more weeks, right?
A few weeks.
So think Hoarders on the road or Hoarders on wheels. That's us.
yeah.
Orders on wheels. I like it. Maybe next tour,
It's you.
Orders on wheels. Now, how do you guys decide what music is playing, or do you all just AirPod it and just go into
There's
your
no
own zone?
music. There's no music.
No music. Okay.
Yeah.
We just no, I have to research about serial killers in every fucking state that we go to. But that's what Sam falls asleep to, watching serial killer documentaries. Same with her. I'm terrified. Like, I don't like that type of shit. So I have to go to bed. And Sally was murdered in cold blood, never to be seen again. And then they're sleeping, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm shitting
I mean,
myself.
statistically speaking, you probably played for a few.
Yeah,
in your
Florida
audience.
has the highest rate of serial killers.
Oh, they love that area. So
Yeah.
anyway, but
Where?
whatever.
Florida.
No. It's actually Wisconsin. Look it up. Wisconsin
no.
has the highest. It has. Alice told me this on the last tour. It's the highest rate of serial killers and registered vampires. So
Fucking
You were
hell.
going to say registered sex offenders.
No, man.
No, vampires, not sex offenders. No, we've crossed every taboo on this podcast episode so far. Why not just go there? But no, have you?
Yeah.
Have you done a gig there already this tour?
In
We're
Wisconsin.
gonna do
No, we're
one.
going there. We're going
going
to
there.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
It's your mecca. It's your
Fuck
serial
yeah,
killer mecca, Millie. You'll be there. You'll be amongst friends. I don't know.
But so we research like random facts about the different places while we drive and I have to read out. Oh, Sam fucking
listen to
brings a
this.
bird's nest
The
into
one
the hotel
time,
room.
one time in the hotel room, she's like, "Look how beautiful this is, girls." And we're like, "What the fuck
It
is
was
that?"
crawling with lice and bugs. We had to drop kick it out the
We
fucking
said,
room.
"Sam,
boy.
get that shit out of
Fucking
here."
idiot.
Beautiful birds.
Yeah, it carries meningitis.
Fuck off,
so
man.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautifully
With
made.
lice all over it.
Yes.
Beautifully.
I love it.
Nah.
We're gonna definitely have to check in on you guys like later on. We have to do a third one, Vic. There's no doubt about it. I've already gone way over time with what you guys said you guys were allowed to do because I thought you would be driving today. I thought you'd be heading off to the
No.
next place. But are you
made sure
staying
we
over
did
tonight? Is that what's gonna
Yeah,
happen?
we made sure we stayed for this because
yeah.
we
You
tried.
stayed for this.
Yeah.
We
Well, then
tried
shit,
doing-
let's just fucking campaign to keep the Soap Girls on the road in the United States for. You said you're up until the end of August.
No,
So
no,
if
no.
you got-
Beginning of
Beginning of
August.
August,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Till the
sometime in August. Let's book as many shows for the Soap Girls right now. If you know, Vic put the information that they gave earlier in the podcast right across here right now, and you can always go reach out to the Soap Girls on Instagram. And Sam's probably going to have her own Instagram pretty soon, just to get in on it.
I
Sam's
do,
shy.
but I do, but I'm.
She's not shy today.
I'm not PC. No. I'm very shy, but I'm not. I'm so passionate about what we're doing. You have no idea the amount of shit that I personally get. I'm so fucking tired as well.
Yeah.
So can you imagine having other men driving with us, but they're fucking pussies. So fuck them and Bobby too, because I'm doing all the driving. Do you know how you can see my face? I'm like swollen. I'm so
and she's like doing all the shows
tired.
and everything as
I'm
well.
not just doing the driving. I am busy, I
Trying to save the
organize.
tour because
I'm trying to do all
that
the
booking
tour
agency
booking.
screwed us so badly.
I'm trying to do not just for America, but like for
Europe.
check everywhere else. So I'm also the asshole who does every single design
Of
you
the
see on
merch and
every piece
everything.
of merchandise.
Yeah.
That's me.
Well, I love what I saw earlier with the backpacks and I love it. But what is
A lot of
Soap
work.
Girls? What do you call your followers, your fans? Is it Soap Girl
Soap Suds.
Army? Is it what?
Soap suds.
Okay, so all you soap suds out there, you know what to do. You know what not to bring to the show. Don't bring 25-gram gummies for the girls. Don't bring pickle, obviously.
Keep that at home.
Pickle and any pickle juice whatsoever. But
Oh my God.
please
Do you want to hear something funny?
bring Sam some caffeine. Just give her some
Yeah,
caffeine.
that's
If it's
caffeine.
in the form of coffee and a thermos, a
Energy
nice
shot.
thermos. Go ahead. What were you going to say,
Do
Mel?
you want to hear something funny?
And
So
cigarettes. She likes
again,
cigarettes.
people always say sex, drugs, rock and roll. Okay, so we got the rock and roll down pod, and then everything else, no. Not our vibe, but whatever. We just have
You don't love me.
get out of here, man. Around the dentist. We have a lot of fun, but like good, crazy, clean fun.
Yeah, no, we're
Sort
not.
of. Yeah. But one of the venues we played at once before, so we thought it was like a joke, but they take us to the green room and they're like, "There's an extra green room," and we're like, "Okay." And then we go back, and then there's
think
like,
there was like
every kind of drug.
Like there was like a Coke table. There was, and we're like,
Uh,
that's not really a thing.
and they're like, "No, don't worry about it." And they're like, "We could bring you up some guys."
some groupies.
The sound guy was fighting because he wanted me to do heroin with him.
Yeah, and we're
And we're
just like, nah,
where the fuck are we, man?
cool,
Yeah,
man,
that was
yeah.
fucked up. So we always laugh because people assume like, I don't know, loads of shit about us, and then we're like, no.
But he said this. Now he's like this. We can bring you some fine ass guys.
Nah, we're good.
I think we're good, man.
I think we're good, eh?
Yeah.
Like the one day I thought someone gave me a packet of shrooms, but it wasn't. And I put it in my pocket. I didn't look at it. And then we were driving. I was like, guys, I was like, fuck. And then I opened the window. I was like, go fuck it. Because if we got, I was like, I never want any association to this. I was like, no, I do not want any association to this. We do not.
But she's
touch
such an idiot. Even the one time in fucking Amsterdam, someone made like a paper boat.
Yeah, and I was like, guys, look at this. And then
like this powder comes out. I was like, you fucking idiot.
And I was like, no ways. We just We've had drummers as well, session drummers, where they again, we tell people don't bring drugs
because it's like it's fine and dandy for you because you come from this country, but we don't, so we will get.
You can't risk anything at all.
No. And then
this one dude, he had a whole fucking jar full of weed in the UK, and the police were following us. And then Sam sees, she's like, "What the fuck, dude?" And he's like, "Oh, just throw it out the window." She said,
no. Do you know? He had the dumbest thing. Sam said,
"Put it all in your mouth."
No, Sam said, "Do you think the cops are following us?" And we were like, "No. Why the fuck would they follow us?"
I mean,
so we were driving, and then Sam cuts the guy off.
And then around a roundabout, like a circle, traffic circle.
She cut him off.
Yeah.
And then we drive straight, and then it got even more intense than 3 cop cars. And we're like, oh, fuck, pull over.
Now it's a pursuit. Now it's definitely a pursuit.
I was trying to get him to swallow every piece of drug he had.
Because he wanted to throw out the window. We're like, dude, they've got body cams.
They're watching you,
everything.
idiot.
Yeah.
So then they stopped, and they thought she'd been drinking because of how she was driving.
And she was like, oh, sorry, she was just tired.
She was just making the drummer eat as much pot as he could.
Yeah.
To hide the evidence.
Fucking idiot, though.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
My favorite story with this drummer, this dude, I don't know, I think he was on something, and it wasn't just weed, it was something else, because his behavior was very erratic, and the mood swings and stuff. And I think we did only 3 shows with him, and then we were like,
kick him to the curb.
Also, like, it was the only time where we didn't feel comfortable like getting changed in the same room as someone, and when that happens, it's like,
you need to go.
Something's a little off. Yeah, and I just want to preface this: this is not Alabama. This
is
not anybody, not the current drummers. This is years ago
from the UK.
Okay, so what happened?
So this guy, he took the keys of the van in the UK. And I can't remember what town it was in the UK.
It was like a seaside town.
Don't fucking say the town. And so he's driving. He took out 5 wing mirrors of cars. We were like, oh my God. We were like, what the fuck? And then he's trying to park. And this is like on a hill and all these flats. So everyone's looking, watching. I'm outside trying to guide this dude. And then they had to, so he smashed into a car and dented it. Yeah. So I'm standing outside like, oh my God. And then they drove away. They left me standing there. I had to pretend I was a mega Karen, taking photos of the damage and saying to people in the window, like, can you believe this? I'm calling the cops right now. Fuck. You know, I'm like, where the fuck are you guys? I need to go like right in the corner. Like,
I mean, I kind of commend you on your acting and coming up with it just like that. Just like, I'm going to be the victim here.
And I was like, can you believe it?
If I ever block a toilet, I'm like, can you believe it? The size of these people, man. They're disgusting.
And scum of the earth.
Scum, man. And it's me.
Oh, SoapGirls. It's been, I don't know what is going to happen. Like I guess that's the beauty of this Wild at Heart tour. What's going to happen tomorrow?
Ryan, Millie took a dump and she blocked the hotel toilet. And
I had to plunge it out.
The hotel was flooding.
No, I was throwing the towels because I didn't want anyone to come in. I was like, oh, shit. In South Africa, when you plug a toilet, you just wait and it goes down. I flushed it again.
Toilets in America are weird. The water comes up.
And I was like, no.
Did you not? You didn't have a plunger?
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's going to happen. You're at certain hotels and the plumbing is not great all across the U.S. You're going to find out certain places, you know. I mean, speaking of like, because we've been touring all over a lot of the same countries and stuff like that. The toilets with the observation deck, that's probably the best.
Yeah.
Right, because that makes it easy for not flooding because it's got that little observation deck we used to call it, and then you flush it and the water goes over and it's fine.
I noticed something in America. The toilets are for peeping toms. There's
gaps.
What?
Sometimes
Oh,
you take shit and you lock eyes with someone washing
Yeah.
their hands, and
And
you're
you're
like,
just
hey,
this
there.
is me. This is me. Like when I go to a bathroom or whatever, like when I'm in the toilet and let's say I'm doing my business or whatever, and then I'm always like checking to see who's in there, and then I like hide.
I shit like a weird cat. I like squat on toilets. Like I stand sometimes, or I squat like weird. So I lock eyes with people, and you can see they're like, what the fuck? And I'm just
and when you're on this, and when you're in this headspace of being on the road mode, especially with you guys are all in the tour van, the truck stop number ones and number twos, those happen. You just have to have no shame, right? Just like whatever, I'm doing my business right here.
I mean,
okay.
yeah, there's no shame. Yeah,
like I let that
Truck stop, restaurant, you know, like
whatsoever.
immediately at the club. It's kind of, but once you go, do you do a sound check? Pooh? Those are kind of weird at the sound check. Like when a band's sound checking right outside the sound check, and you're like there, and you know what club bathrooms are like. They're not the best. Or
some are really good. Like Alabama is really sweet. Like a few days ago, there was a sound check, and I was like, "Fuck, I need to shit." And he's like, "I'll go have a cigarette." So the sound man can't start. And then I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." So we have each other's backs.
But I'm OCD about toilets. Like I would bring my own bleach and cleaning products, and I would clean a club's toilet if I could.
That's fucked up.
Because they don't know how to clean a lot of these places, and it's so easy. You just like bleach the fuck out of everything, and then make it smell nice.
Well, I saw Millie's expose on the truck stop toilet the other day. That was probably, you said, not one of the best ones. That was one of the worst.
Yeah, not the worst. I've seen ones where there's shits on the walls.
No, have you ever been to a
I'll show the good ones.
No, in Italy they have what they call the Turkish toilets.
The hole in the floor.
And then there's just bits around everywhere and shit. Yeah. And then you have to snap that.
Well, this idiot, the first time we ever toured in Italy, she comes up to us after, she's like, "Damn, man, I shit the walls." And we're like, "What the fuck do you mean?"
I had a bad, I don't know.
She stood like a horse with her ass right to the wall.
Again, we might edit this part out.
Yeah.
This is not showing for Naomi's going to be like, what did I talk about? But you might be like, I don't give a shit what I talk about.
No, we don't mind. It's life, man. Oh, yeah.
So you had a bad tummy in Italy.
She stood up, squatted. We were like, who stands?
The two countries where my stomach is the most fucked up is Italy and America.
Really?
Know. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good. Got a stomach of steel.
I have a very funny stomach. Like, I had 2 cherries yesterday. And as soon as the second one touched my lips, I was like, and this was during a live stream, I need to go to the bathroom. And I was wearing like a onesie thing. I was like, unzip me. Yeah.
Time to go.
Well, we just love it. I mean, the beauty of the tour is that you like never have an expectation. You just go with an absolute open mind and you go with it. I mean, before we met Alabama, I think we've known him for less than a week. Like it's just crazy. You never know. And I think even though, like, look, there's some moments where I'm like, fuck, I wish like it wasn't so chaotic. Like things happen maybe for like a reason. There's something big in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. I mean, my respect level. I mean, even after all this talk, I know you think, we're talking about this and that. My respect level for you as touring and just that willingness to go out and say, fuck, it doesn't matter what we have to do to get it to the show. Do it. My respect level just went up a couple more. Because honestly, I can't tell you the last time I did a truck stop number 2. I can't tell you the next time, the last time I did a sound check number 2, and it's been a while. And you guys really brought me back to my roots. I feel with that.
But you know what the cool thing is, and I even say to my sister, like sometimes, like when we were staying in the dog kennel and we stayed at some really nasty places, I said to her, it's bad. That's so funny. We were fucking cages like that. But the thing that I always say to her is that, our discomfort is temporary. Some people live like this and worse. And I'm so thankful that this isn't like, we've been through shit and we've always pushed. That's why we work so hard to never stay in that kind of circumstance. And I know that's some people's
every day.
And that, like, so I know that, like, look, I'm not happy to be in that, but I know that that's not forever. So I'm like, you know what? I got a roof on my head. Look, this flea's jumping on me, but whatever. It's not that great, but it's not like forever. And just knowing that and like
And I think also like you could sit and complain about things, but it's temporary. Like
Yeah.
it's not gonna be like that forever.
And it's the same with everyone.
That's the
Never let
attitude.
circumstances fucking define you. I mean,
Yeah.
look,
We always
we
say
were
that
shit
to
scared
people.
about this tour that, like, because we were thrown into the deep end, not a lot of time to promote or anything. Even
12
though-
days to get everything together.
and,
Yeah.
and not the whole tour even booked. We're still busy trying to book shows right now. And the thing is we are so passionate, so fucking determined. We're not gonna let a really shit situation get the best of us. We're here. We are so damn happy and proud, and we're gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
Now that's a good way to sort of end on a high note. You
Hell
know,
yeah,
like we've been low on this episode, but we end up on high. It's been inspiring too. I mean, like and I can't thank you enough for taking the day to like talk with us and in the trenches and share, maybe a little too much, but you've shared like a lot of. Come on, look what Vic's been doing. A new piece of merch.
You got it.
Just
What you got.
created a new piece of merch for
Oh my
you
God, it
in the
looks like
time
a
that
new
we've done this
bud.
podcast.
Do you know
So-
why? Do you know why we talk about the shit? Because a lot of people feel like I used to be this way. I used to be very shy and I'd be embarrassed. Like, say for instance, you had diarrhea, I'd bottle it in and probably shit myself and still try to talk to someone just because I didn't want to be like, oh my God, I grabbed myself. Now I'm like, I need to shit. Rather like
whatever.
embrace the awkward and embarrassing moments. It doesn't define you. It's okay.
Even like even in Africa, the literacy rate for females is way lower because so let's say like when a girl is of age and she gets her period, then she won't go to school then because she can't afford the proper sanitation, she can't afford the sanitary products and that, so is embarrassed and rather just stay at home then. And that's such a fuck up. And I wish people weren't
there wasn't such a taboo or stigma.
Yeah, that's why like I will always like, even if I have my period or whatever and it's bleeding on stage, like that's just what it is. I can't stop a show and then go and plug up or whatever.
It happened in Japan once, and the tech crew were like, "Oh my God!"
In Japan, it's very taboo. Like
they were freaking
they
out.
were like, and my blood was fucking going.
It was like a bloodbath everywhere.
Even the drummer
Oh
was
my God.
like this. And then came.
Is that supposed to happen?
Like I saw, like his face got
Part of the show.
progressively like more like.
But again,
No.
I just love that
But-
no matter what country we go to, like even if we don't speak the same language, through music, people feel what you're about. They get it. They feel this like sense of hope and also like push through and
Like
you can do whatever you need to do.
We're very real.
Yeah.
Like, and
No,
maybe
it's empowering. I want to say, like, if I could put this episode, this Soap Girls Part 2 in a word, it would be empowering because you have like been so friggin' brutally honest about the band members, about what life is really on the road, about your experiences so far. And all this is like culminating into this continuing US tour, which we're going to get you guys even more gigs. I know from somebody watching this episode right now is going to say, you know what? I want the Soap Girls and I can fit them in. And so, I mean, hopefully that's the end goal here.
The show and just like absolute like
and also, do you know,
fun, like it's just crazy fun. That's
we were
it.
thinking about this the other day, and I think the reason why in America specifically people resonate a lot with us and we do with them is because Americans as people, I'm not talking politics now,
workers.
Americans as people are very hardworking people, and a lot of people have gone through some like
heavy
shit or whatever, so they know what it takes or whatever just to survive. So I think we recognize that in each other, and I think that's what makes American people very deep.
Yeah,
because they've gone through shit, so they've got layers and they understand, they see shit.
Yeah,
and we're still going through it. I mean, even right now, and you guys are going to be able to tour and experience it all. In the next coming months. I mean, it's not just Millie, it's me. It's not just Millie, not just Naomi. It's, Sam, it's Bobby, it's Alabama. It's like the whole crew of you guys. I can't wish you nothing more than the best of luck on the rest of this tour. We have to catch up with you guys at the end of the year to see how the tour wrap up went. Is that okay? The Wild at Heart?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We look forward to it. Also, it's always great chatting with you. And we have a lot of respect for you too. It's so fucking cool that despite being a rock star, you've got such a like badass, like humble, like soul as well.
I mean, honestly, everybody, I can speak for everybody in the trenches community. We fucking love you guys. I mean, and we want nothing but the best. And I look forward to, you know, I'll be chatting sometimes with the DMs back and forth while you guys are in the van or something, and I'm on the tour bus. Like, how's your show tonight?
Yeah.
How are you guys doing? And then I'll send a picture of me in a stupid lounge of a front bus with nobody else in the
Lounge.
Yeah.
But we will catch up again soon, both of you. Soap Girls, go check them out. All the links are down below. Vic, I know we've gone way over what we had to, but you know what? It was important. It was important stuff that we talked about. It was empowering. Is there anything that you... Go ahead.
One disclaimer, please. We do not shit at venues. Sorry, I just had to add that. We don't poo at the venues, please.
Okay, there you go.
Putting that out there. Sorry.
Also, I feel like, you said like, oh, I want to catch up or whatever. I feel like it should be like this. And next episode on the Soap Girls, will Alabama get fired? Will Bobby get his teeth broken? And will somebody poo in a bucket? Yeah. Tune in next time.
We got a new piece of merch. I'm glad that Vic came up with that new that Soap Girls bucket. I think it's really important to have. But maybe we'll put a disclaimer in the beginning of the episode that Soap Girls do not do number 2 at any live venue.
No,
number 2 at any live venue.
No. Number 2. Not coming to any venue near you.
But imagine that, like we get crazy rumors spread about us, and then like you can tell
one of them was what we're white neo-Nazi supremacists, and we're like, what the fuck?
No.
That's the most furthest thing from the truth.
But no one in their right mind, like that is. But again, like, or they'll say that there was one rumor as well that apparently we were like violating men,
like raping men on stage.
So we had a German venue say, "Girls, we are so happy to have
but
you here.
You can't rape
Don't
the men
rape
on
the men
stage
tonight." And we're like, "What?" We were like, "You booked us thinking that's what we do. We don't."
And they're like, "Yeah, but you can't do this tonight, okay? Just normal show." I mean,
very good German accent, by the way.
Danke.
Yeah, very good. Well done.
Yeah. But like we've heard some crazy shit, and then we hear rumors that what else? I don't know, like just mad shit, man. And then people are scared of us.
Yeah. Or like what the people in New York? Oh my God. You fucking shit on stage?
It's disgusting. You animals. Yeah, I don't know.
Don't do it. What I see is 2 hardworking musicians just trying to make it to the next show, which you guys are doing each and every night. I'm telling you, man, you want the Soap Girls, look them up right now and go catch them at any club, venue, theater, no truck stops because they'll be long gone before you even get there, folks. Go check out the Soap Girls Wild Heart Tour 2025. Any parting words for our In the Trenches crew?
Don't forget to wash your hands.
Never give up.
After this episode, that's the best advice.
There you go.
Yeah.
Seriously, never give up. Your circumstances, like I said, will never define you unless you allow them to.
And also when life gets hard, even when it's good, just remember it's not forever, so ride it out.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself and don't let anyone take that fucking like drive within you away.
Yeah.
Sam's a wise one. You got some words?
Yeah. Sam, you got one? Sam, the woman?
Yeah, she comes.
Come on,
Uh-oh.
Sam.
She comes.
I got to wrap it
What's
up.
your life advice for us? There she is. What's that?
Sam.
Oh God, Sam, with your fucking helmet. Oh
Yeah,
God.
so I have this helmet, and
No man, we want some wisdom.
Come
the
on,
fuck
man.
about the
Fucking
helmet.
okay.
Okay.
So my word of wisdom is always live.
Sorry, I'm joking. Sorry, I'm
always
such a
live
dickhead. I'm
out
sorry.
of a place of love, no matter what, because there's so much fucking hate in this world, and I think that's what I love about what we do the most, because we are able to connect with so many people and reawaken the humility in people actually, and humanity, because humanity is sorely lacking at the moment. The world somehow, people are living all about self. And the truth is, we all need each other. Don't worry about media. Don't worry about fucking politics. just connect with each other. That's my words of wisdom.
There you go. She's going to please think of those words and all that wisdom next time you want to punch Bobby in the mouth. That'll be
Yeah,
except for Bobby. Except for Bobby.
No, we love Bobby.
We love Bobby.
we love Bobby.
Yeah.
It's very funny, but it's just honestly,
When Sam's driving, also this morning, I swear to God, I thought a demon woke me up.
yeah.
Bobby, what the fuck up?
No, because he's calling me at 8 o'clock in the morning.
She went to bed at 5, so she was.
telling me, oh, you know,
His
I
hotel
I
room.
need to renew the hotel rooms. It's
And she's like,
dude,
yes, but we told you at 11.
Why did I reopen? Why did I do it? I just I
Open the can of
I
worms.
poked the bear. That's what I opened the can of worms. I did everything. No, but I love what you just said. Thank you very much, Soap Girls, for being on another episode. I don't know how we're ever going to top it,
Thank
but
you.
Soap Girls wrap up part 3 will be next at another time. Vic, you've been great at putting all the graphics up. Until next time, I'm Ryan Roxie. Enjoy the ride. Have a good one, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
In the Trenches with Ryan Roxie.
Wow.
Tell you. Wow.
Right.
Wow.
All the shit talk. I think we're just so fucked at the
So
moment.
Ryan,
That was our best show ever, I think.